What's good? What's good? It's Sir Willoughby, the stock hustler. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We back with another one, and I got you a next gen update. Today's episode brought to you by Next Gen Traders. The link will be in the top description in the bio. Come on over, come get busy with us, come learn how to make some money and the options and become a next gen trader. Also, we got the option trading made simple course over there. So if you ready to dive in, go ahead and start making some money with some options. I made it real simple for you. I teach it to you like you're a fifth grader, a third grader, or the same way I teach it to my child. So you can understand it the same way I understood it. So I like to see you over there. It's been a minute. So, but a lot has been going on in the market, and we're gonna talk about it and go ahead and dive into it. We got Iran peace deal, the movement that's going on. We got S&P closed at record highs again. You get what I'm saying? Market steady going up, steady in the uptrend, and like ain't nothing stopping. You got Jen, Hong Song, Nvidia live in Taiwan tonight, and well it's daytime over there, nighttime for us. So we'll see how that go in the morning. They got a meeting going on that they have every year with some of the great AI chip makers, and sometimes Jensen do good. 2024 it went up and came back down around that last year, then boom around that time. But we're gonna get into it. And this week is stacked. We got Broadcom earnings Wednesday. On top of that, you got CrowdStrike Wednesday. You got jobs report on Friday. And you got the Fed watching every single number now because inflation data has been coming in hot. Got hot PCE, you had hot CPI, you had, year over year PPI. That was met, but it was still hotter than expected. You get what I'm saying? And I'm gonna walk you through it, and we're gonna get to it. Weekend news, we got the market cap recap and exactly what to watch every single day this week. So let's get into it. We're gonna start with how the market just been going crazy, like been going crazy. All time highs are like she's not cooling down. It ain't waiting for nobody to tell it to cool down. And we just keep hitting highs. Just keep hitting highs, bro. Like Nasdaq did 8%. 8% when everybody thought it was going down. You had the S&P close at 75.80 all-time high. You had the Dow do 51,032 all-time high. All three indexes hit fresh intraday records before the close. That is the 9 consecutive weeks of the S&P gains. This is only one of four streaks that's been this long since the 1950s, bro. Like the market is in a full run. You get what I'm saying? Despite the big pullbacks we got in March, despite the big pullback we got a little bit in April, despite the big pullback we got last year, April, the market still been going forward. What drove it on Friday though? What drove it on Friday? Dell Technologies. The stock surged nearly 33% in a single day. It's the best day on record after crushing earnings on both the top and the bottom line. Everybody thought Dell wasn't gonna come through. Trump called it out. Boom! That thing went to the moon. Rising full year guidance. So they raised their guidance for the rest of the year. So they expected to bring in way much more of that paper. You get what I'm saying? AI server sales at Dell skyrocketed 757% year over year. That's a record 51.3 billion in AI backlog for Dell. You get what I'm saying? And this is telling the market like, bro, AI spin ain't slowing down. So let's dive into this article real quick, see what they was talking about. They said some of the same things I just broke down. Look at that, Dell was a winner. SPY fund hit all-time 52-week high. So ETFs even winning big. Come on, man. Micron jumped 88%. It's currently up right now in the overnight hours. You got Qualcomm rose 40%, bro. These are big moves in massive companies. Big moves in massive companies, man. You get what I'm saying? and it's not gonna slow down. Cause one thing to flag ahead into the June, both S&P and the Nasdaq RSI readings are currently above 70. That means we're in a technically overbought territory right now. We're in a technically overbought territory right now. You get what I'm saying? This is what the market is telling us. And if you understand the data and you understand what's given back to us, you know how to get in, position yourself, and move just like the next gen trader. You know how to get in, position yourself, and move because the moves gonna continue to go higher, or they gonna cool down, and they're gonna be your perfect time to pounce. So that means we technically overbought though. We overbought, so I can see a pullback coming. And historically, June is one of the worst months for stocks. And the midterm election also coming up in October. S&P has averaged a 2.1% loss. But here's the thing. Here is the thing. Animal spirits is in this market have been so strong that seasonally may not matter right now. It may not. Like, who cares? Who cares? The season is to win. The market is really overlooking all bad news besides the war and a little bit of whatever Trump say, bro. This motherfucker is Trump driven. Excuse my language, but it is Trump driven. Okay, that said, stay alert. We are structured. We are very structured though. We are very structured though. You get what I'm saying? So while we speaking on Trump, you get what I'm saying? Let's dive into while we speaking on him. I want to dive into what he said this weekend. I need to dive into what Trump said this weekend, man. I think he was moving towards the deal. So he was moving towards the deal, right? But he wanted to edit the deal because Iran wasn't too happy. So he took some. I think he took some of the extra terms he put in there out, and he actually just narrowed in and focused on what he really wanted. So you got Trump recently edited the possible U.S. Iran agreement, including on enrichment uranium and the Strait of Hormuz. So what to know about the war today? This article was just released at 11:55 p.m. What to know about the Iran war today? There still appeared to be no decision from President Trump as of Sunday afternoon on whether he would sign off on a potential peace agreement with Iran. Mr. Trump had announced Friday he would be making a final determination on a possible deal following a meeting with the White House Situation Room. I think that was on Saturday. Mr. Trump said in a social post, the deal must see the Strait of Hormuz reopen, and Iran must work with the U.S. to have its highly enriched uranium destroyed. So he wanna destroy the uranium. That's the main thing, so they don't get no nuclear weapons or anything like that. They really don't want them to have no mass destruction, no weapons of mass destruction at all. A source with knowledge of the negotiations said Mr. Trump had made somewhat significant changes to the U.S. Iran memorandum, but understanding with those edits focus on the Strait of Hormuz and the removal of highly enriched uranium. U.S. military disabled a merchant vessel in the Gulf of Mean that was allegedly trying to break through the American blockade of Iran ports. The U.S. fired a Hellfire missile into the engine of the Gabani flag cargo vessel, Central Command. So that's pretty hot. It was supposed to be in a ceasefire. So that's what we got going on. So Trump made some idiots. He really kind of zoned in, took the extra stuff out of it, and zoned in on what he really wanted. So, for me, this is single best market catalyst of the week. You get what I'm saying? It kind of broke this weekend, but Trump posted on social media Saturday that a peace deal with Iran is, and I'm quoting him directly, largely negotiated, subject to finalization. Largely negotiated, subject to finalization. That's what he said on Truth Social. He also said he personally called the leaders of Saudi Arabia, UAE, Qatar, Pakistan, Turkey, Egypt, Jordan, and Bahrain and Nutiu, all focused on locking in a final deal. As of Sunday afternoon, no final signature yet, But Trump said he'll make his final determination following a situation room meeting. I guess they went back to the situation room. He also demands he also has clear demands that the Strait of Hormuz must be open and Iran's finally enriched uranium must be destroyed. He's so zoned in on that. So we're gonna really take heed of that and keep our eyes open. Maybe we can get a deal this week and this whole war thing can be behind us and the market really actually in taking some market data and not taking in all, you know, oil data. You get what I'm saying? So we'll see how that happens. But here's why this the number one thing you need to know about Monday morning though. If a deal gets announced before the market open Monday, oil prices could drop sharply, and you can win on short positions. Where around 87 to 88 the per barrel right now. Energy stocks pull back. Inflation exceptions reset lower. The small caps are rate sensitive right now, so names rip, and that's what I'm gonna talk about real soon. This is the trade the market has been waiting on for months, leading up into Q2 earnings. So small caps tend to run. So I've been following this for a while, and I made some good money trading small caps going into Q2 earnings right after big caps sell off and doing all this crazy market run. So, and we are at that. So if we get a big pullback on these major names, some of these smaller names can get their time to shine because a lot of people will move their money over there for a safer investment. This is the trade the market has been waiting on for months. You get what I'm saying? So the Strait of Hormuz has been largely closed since late February. Only 4 oil tankers passed through in a single week, and that was in May, versus a normal 102 per week. That's wild. You get what I'm saying? Like that's wild, man. And prices are still above $4. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta, just man, hit the road when you need to hit the road, man. A deal reopening could, help the Hormuz, but changes the inflation math overnight. You get what I'm saying? So that would send the economic data in the world in. You feel what I'm saying? So watch oil futures Sunday night. As we move on into the pre-market. You feel what I'm saying? If crude drops more than 5%, the market is going to open on fire. Understand that. You feel me? But if the deal falls apart and we don't hear nothing, maybe back some last week gains. You know what I'm saying? Revitalize our methods and see what we gonna do on what falls and pull back. But I want to talk about my boy Jensen, Hansang, Jensen. My bad. Nvidia. We're gonna get on Nvidia. Um, Nvidia reported great earnings, man. Good guidance, but they just didn't. They ain't did and they ain't took off yet. They fell back. So Jensen is going to this QPTEX meeting in Taiwan that he's there tonight. So this article talk about when the video arrives during June 1st to the June 4th, why he's out there because he's gonna be unveiling some new technology, new innovations, new products, new AI intelligence, compute, got some robotics he's gonna be bringing up, and a little bit of next generation technology that he's gonna be talking about and he's been holding his head. And we all know Jensen when he kind of gets like that and he got the stage. He also like to pull stuff out of that black jacket he wear. He love to pull things out of that black jacket. So it will be live screened on Nvidia.com. And here's what to expect. You know what I'm saying? So Jensen is set to unveil the 5 layer cake. If you don't know too much about this, and I'm not an AI guy either, but this is the data that we got from the articles. Um, the full AI strategic framework is the first time. Topics would be physical AI, agent systems, ecosystem partnerships, and what's next for the very Rubin chip architect. So it's a lot of things that are gonna be going on while he's out there. He's got a lot of things he's gonna be unveiling. Just more than two new projects. He got 3 or 4 new projects. And why does this matter for our watch list? Every AI junction name we're watching, IONQ, VRT, MOD, AMPG, SOUN, all benefit from Jensen. validating continued massive runs in infrastructure investment. If Jensen drops new product announcements or single, even bigger AI infrastructure build out numbers, expect the entire AI supply chain to just gap up on Monday. GTC to PIA then runs to June 2nd, from June 2nd to through June 4th. So we got a multi-day catalyst, not just one event. So a lot of eyes is gonna be watching the video this week for that. You get what I'm saying? So the week ahead, we're gonna do this. We're gonna break it down real smooth for you, so you know what we got coming up this week. Here's the full game plan. So Monday, this is the busiest day of the week. It's the busiest day of the week. Definitely after the short holiday week we just had, and the market just coming out these all-time highs. So we got the S&P Global Manufacturing PMI for final in May. That's coming up. These the economic data. We got ISM manufacturing numbers, the PMI. That's coming up on Monday. That's a big one. It's a big reading. Reading above 50 would signal that we are in an expansion. We got the construction spending in April. We got Hewlett Packard earnings, HP before the bell, and of course you got Jensen keynotes will fall out. Probably during the driving of pre-market early sessions when the market kind of open. We'll get what happened in that meetings tonight, and we'll understand where Jensen was coming from, what new technology he got from Nvidia, and what's the new way for them to continue to be a front runner. Because right now they actually behind. Tuesday, June 2nd, what we got coming up? We got Joe's job report. This the labor market health check. The Feds watch this number closely, so let's be on the lookout for that. We got Palomato earnings. I want to see what Palomato got going on. We got Dollar General. Dollar General had just spiked up last week above 110, so we keep our eye on DG. Anytime anytime money is tight and you're in an economic recession territory, stocks like Ali, Dollar General, Family Dollar, all discount stores kind of run because a lot of people like to spend at the discount stores. Definitely Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree is a good one. Palo Alto is one of the ones to watch also for the AI-driven cybersecurity spend. That's a big one. I like Palo Alto. Palo Alto. June 3rd, what we got? We got ADP with the private payrolls coming in for May. Preview for Friday jobs number. We got ISM service. We got a PMI again for that. That's gonna coming in on the 3rd. After the bell on Wednesday the 3rd, it's gonna be crucial. We got Broadcom coming in. It's gonna be a heavyweight hitter. They got Broadcom expected to beat earnings. Expected to beat 240 per share. That'll be. They already up 2.6% in the overnight hours right now, and they trading at all-time highs. Also, you got CrowdStrike coming in on Wednesday also, and they currently up in the after hours right now, overnight market. I'm sorry. I'm shooting this Sunday, so you may see it in the morning. Soon as Sunday night. So you got 145. They at all-time highs, trading real good. You know what I'm saying? So we got to keep our eyes on those. They're gonna be good stocks to watch. They're gonna be real good stocks to watch. You got Wall Street expected $22.1 billion in revenue. You got for AVGO, you got up 47% year over year. The AI semiconductor revenue guidance for Q2 is 10.7 billion. So they got this up 140% year over year. They got this thing trying to the price to blow it out the water. You got the management has already said they have line in sight to AI chip revenue exceeding 100 billion in 2027. Man, this is a lot of good data coming in for this stock. Stock is at an all-time high, trading around the 447. It's up currently over that right now. And Broadcom beats and raises, the entire AI sector can get a leg up. Again, I'm talking about IONUQ, VRT, MOD, the whole cooling stack, everything we talked about in NEXGEN traders and everything we talk about and on here will all benefit from it. Definitely in NEXGEN traders, because I've been locked in there. I've been building the community up. We got courses and everything over there, so I advise you to hit the link and tap in. If Broadcom disappoints though, we be prepared for a pullback. You know, everything AI related probably could pull back. Got CrowdStrike, they could do the same thing. Also on the back end, you got Honeywell Aerospace. You know, that's Investor Day. So we're gonna see what they got. Aerospace has been going big right now. We all know with the with the SpaceX IPO, and with the drone stock. So a lot of this stuff is gonna be moving. You know, they officially spun off in June, with the defense and aerospace updates. June 4th, you got the initial job claims. Also, you got Thursday with FedEx begins the trading, and we'll spin off from FDX. So FedEx will change their name from FDXF to FDX. Potential volatility in logistics shipping names. You know, it could make a little spike over there, but it ain't gonna be no big noise. You know, that's not nothing I'm really paying attention to. And we got May unemployment rate report. That's coming in May. That's coming Friday, June 5th. That's the big one right there. This is the most important data of the week. The Fed meet June 17th, 16th, and the 17th, and they're going to release in their minutes, and we're going to be hearing Kevin Wash speak for the first time real soon. This jobs report is the last major data point to see before the meet. Strong jobs elevate inflation. Fed stays on hold. Weak jobs equals rate cut conversion. Then it restarts. But for our small caps like SOUN and SoFi, we very bullish. For soft job numbers, it would be bullish for us. If we get soft job numbers, that's definitely bullish for us. You know what I'm saying? And that would definitely intertwine with what I got going on the charts. I'm gonna show you in a minute before we head out. Also, if it brings rate cuts back and on the table, and historically, that's when small caps would definitely run. Also, watch this number Friday morning. Watch it. Keep your eyes on it. Keep your eyes on it. It's gonna be It's gonna be the first week of June. I'm ready for it. Ready for the market. And what does it mean for our watch list? How we gonna connect the dots between the micro and our names? Iran deal scenario, if it closes this week, you get what I'm saying? Oil drop sharply. Inflation expectations reset way lower. Rate cuts odd climb, and small caps and rate sensitivity names rip. You know what I'm saying? So we best position right now. I'm not gonna give you my main chart levels, but I will show you what I'm looking at on SOUN and what I see on SoFi in a minute on the chart. But right now, I'm letting you know we looking at SoFi, SOUN, UMAC, and Joby. They really coming real good, so do your own due diligence. Nothing that's said in this video is to be misconstrued with financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Nobody at NEXGEN traders are financial advisors. If you need a financial advisor, I advise you to find one in your area and do your due diligence before you make any investment. None of this information should be screwed for you to buy, hold, or sell. Remember that. Oil drops sharply if we do get no deal. If we get no deal, but we gotta understand that the cooling names will run. So keep your eye on VRT and MOD. May see short-term pressure as the energy sector rotates out, but the data center demand story doesn't change. No deal scenario. If talks break down, it's over with. Oil spikes back up above 90. Inflation concerns reignite, and the Fed stay very hawkish. The market gives gains right on back. You get what I'm saying? So protect yourself, take some stop losses, trim some profits when you need to. In that scenario, I'm looking at AVG and KOTS. They actually benefit from what Trump said last week about the drones as defense spend narrative strengthens. You got Broadcom earnings in the scenario. We watching that. We watching the beat and the rise. Entire AI supply chain will lift. If not, then it's gonna be tailwinds to the downside. Miss a guide like expect a sector-wide AI pullback, but hey, sizing accordingly. It's up to you, and we'll see at the Wednesday close. We got Jensen coming up. We're gonna be keeping our eyes on it, keeping our eyes out on that. You get what I'm saying? So I think that's all I'm gonna bring to you guys. If you wanna, let me show you. I gotta show you. Hold on, I gotta show you what I see right here on SOUN, and go pull this up on your chart. I caught the bottom. So if you look at SOUN right here, it's up 8% in the last 5 days. It's up 16% in the last month. Tip rank's got this thing at a buy at a 20. I think Moo put it at a buy around with a price target of 20, 24, something like that. And we way down here, so it bounced off this low, but we at a critical level. We got the close over the $9 range, and that was crucial for us. And I like that very much. We got Q2 earnings coming up very, very soon, and we're gonna set up the window. We're gonna watch the Iran deal and the jobs report. Both are bullish, and they rate sensitive for small caps. You get what I'm saying? So if we can get a good catalyst, we definitely can get the push back up over to this $10 range. The $10 range is a real short term resistance. I mean, it's kind of strong, but it's weak if you ask me, because once it breaks over this $9 range, it actually done it twice. So once it hits that range and top out, I think we'll get open. We got open range all the way back up to the, the $10.50, $11 range. You get what I'm saying? So that's what I see on SoFi. I mean on SOUN right there. So and SoFi chart look very similar. They're looking very similar. So on the 6 month, and this is 3 months, 3 month back, the levels that we're looking at. SoFi up 2% in the overnight hours, up 16% in the last 5 days, up 17% on the month, but down 38% in the last 6 months. So as we look at that same level, that March pullback we got, it's back trading above that $18 range. So we can get SoFi to break clean over $19 and get a day counter close over the $19 range, the $19.50 range, we'll definitely be back in the uptrend for SoFi to move higher to the $22 range. They kind of got SoFi analysts is kind of holding they hands on it. They got it priced in at $20, 15. Some of them actually cut their target, and a lot of analysts put a hold on it. But we're gonna pay attention to the charts, and the economic data will definitely help, because they got earnings July 28th. We got the stable coin lunch that's coming up this week, and we could have the secondary catalyst. Mean analyst price target is $21, but we at the 16, 17. So we could see a good upside if we play it right. We could see a great upside if we play it right. All right. That's how we gonna play the small caps. Those are gonna be the first 2 small caps we start making our entry on. If you're in the NEXGEN traders community, again, I advise you to join. The link will be in the top description. The NEXGEN traders, we got the options made simple course over there, and we really be getting it in. We got courses, but I can tell you this: you won't be able to learn if you don't take the courses. You might try to want to jump in where we're jumping in at, and you don't know what's going on, and you could potentially lose a lot of money. You get what I'm saying? So always take the courses, learn, understand, paper trade, and come on in, become a NEXGEN trader, and you can get it in with us. I advise that. It's very beginner friendly. All right, and that's the full update. You get what I'm saying? So we got the recap, 3 things I'm watching the most this week. Number 1, the Iran deal. Nvidia, Broadcom earnings, and those 3 things will set up everything that we need. We'll also be in track, so keep an update. Hit the like and subscribe button. Tap back in with us, and if you like this video, share it with somebody who needs this information. Again, this one was kind of long. It's been a minute since I've been back on here, but I'm bringing you guys some data. I had to build a NEXGEN trader community up. We got courses in there. We got people learning. We got people making money. And let's get it. Y'all already know the saying. Motivation plus dedication equals progression. Stay focused. Stay getting this money. The market's going to be crazy tomorrow.